right, I think we're live. Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Happy Wednesday. I hope that everybody's having a good week. And we are going to play today. Excuse this, I just didn't get my camera out of the way, but I don't want to move that, so hopefully that's okay. We are going to play today with some stencils and, oh, thanks, Ben. And with, of course, Aqua Pigments, because I don't seem to be able to live without those. And we will just go ahead and get going on this. Let me go ahead and flip the camera. And let me move a couple of things out of the way. So mostly we're going to put a background together, and then we'll go ahead and put together the card. I usually have the card done ahead of time, but this time I didn't, so we'll just put it together.
Seal says hi.
Hi, Seal. Hope you're doing well. Excuse my desk. I hope you don't see too much of the mess, because it has been a crazy creative journey. Okay. I think we're good. Sorry about that little trip to the mat. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So we're going to start out. This is the Not Your Mama's cardstock. It's a little heavier weight. I think this is. This might not. I might not. No, this one's not quite as heavy. So this is one of my other cardstocks. That one would be recommended as well. I love it. It works really great.
Ken Willis says hi.
Hi, Ken. How you doing?
It's raining where he's at.
Oh, I wish. It's 115, I think, today. Oh, 110 today?
Yes, right now.
It's supposed to get to 115. So we are going to start out with our paper and our Aqua Pigment. And we are going to start with, this one is called Golden Wheat. Now this one is one that was, it was an Aqua Pigment of the month. I know I've talked about the clubs before. You can subscribe to Brutus Monroe clubs, and then you can get something every month. And this happened to be featured a couple of months ago. But if there's any left over, then you will put it on the site. And that's how I got this one.
Kara says hi.
Hi, Kara. So I'm just going to put a bunch of this in my little tray. And we are going to have some fun with this. I think I'll put just, this is called Gilded. And this one, you can buy this one singly, I believe. And you can also get it in a 4-bottle set with some other metallics. We're going to just mix those. And this thing, I have talked to you about this before, but I just love this brush. It is just, every crafter should have one of these. If you are a paper crafter, you've got to get one of these. And Darren's putting links up to all of this, so if you miss something, it'll be in there. And I'm just going to put that right in my Aqua Pigment. And then I'm just going to go right across my paper. So I don't know that the camera will pick this up, but I will hold it up to the camera in a minute. This is so pretty. It's got such a beautiful sheen to it. There's sparklies, and I love my sparkles.
Kirk is watching.
Hi, Kirk. All right, so let me hold that up so you can kind of see. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not. Let's see if I kind of catch it with the light. How is the lighting? The lighting looks a little dark, doesn't it?
Good.
You think it's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll let that dry a little bit. We don't want it to get super wet because we have more to do. We are going to have all kinds of fun with this. I do think, I don't know. Do we want it to be a little darker? I have one that's dry as well that I actually had a couple more colors in. I had a little bit of green in there. I think we'll just...
Karen says hi.
Hi, Karen. So let me show you the stencil. This stencil is called Gears, and I love it. It's very fun to play with. And I already have sprayed it before with the Pixie spray that I've talked to you about. This spray is wonderful. You just want to put a little bit on the back of your stencil. And I should have my spray bucket, but I don't. So we'll just go really light. And then it will just adhere it down tighter on your paper so that when you're doing something with stenciling, then it just makes it easier. Okay, so let me tell you a couple of things about this project. One of the things I love about this project is it's not exact. Everything is not going to be perfect. It's going to be kind of a steampunk feel. It's going to be kind of a rustic feel. And those are the best kind because you really can't mess them up too much. And anything that I can do that I don't mess up makes me happy. So I'm just going to put some washi. I'm getting low on my purple tape, which I love. That is something you can get on the site as well. But I'm running a little bit low, so I'm feeling a little conservative.
Alan, or Val, or Joey.
Hi, Val.
Or Alan, I'm not sure which one it is.
Or Al. Hi to both of you. Okay, I think we'll put one more on there and we'll call it good. Oh, looks like I'm out of that washi. Time to stock up again. Okay. So usually I would probably let this dry just a little bit more, but we are just going to start having fun right now. I can't wait. So I'm going to use, so I do love this brush. This is like top of my list as far as tools go. That you definitely need that. But for this, usually, so I like these blenders, but they are a little tricky. Sometimes it's hard not to get the round, like when you're blending, it's hard not to get that unless you start off the edge, which you can do. But it's not going to matter in this one. This is going to be pretty simple. We are going to just juice it up. This is the Raven ink. Love this ink. I'm not sure if it is in stock. If it's not, it will be. So you can always request to be informed when it comes into stock. So most of the time when I'm blending, I do circles, but because the paper is probably just a little bit damp, I don't want to rough up my paper, so I'm just kind of blotting it.
Christine says hi.
Hi, Christine.
Kara says a new purple tape is better.
Oh, good to know. Thanks for the tip, Karen. Karen said that?
Kara.
Kara said that. That makes more sense.
Cheryl says hi.
Thank you, Kara, by the way. Hi, Cheryl. So what's everybody up to today? Anything fun? I'm all about just staying out of the heat and all the crazy right now.
It says it's back in stock on the website now.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. It is back in stock.
Donna says hello.
Hi, Donna. So this is one thing that I think too many people get too wrapped up in the mechanics of creating. And it's good to know those mechanics because those are the things that make it possible to create. But a lot of what creating is experimenting. So just have some fun finding.
Katie's on.
Hi, Katie.
Or Kathy's on.
Hi, Kathy. Finding out what your products can do. I mean, most of the time, you're really only out a piece of paper, maybe a little bit of product, but have fun with what you're doing. And don't be afraid to play. All right, so I'm just going to pick a couple of areas that I want to vary the depth on a little bit because we don't want the whole thing to be the same. You know, when stuff ages, it doesn't always age evenly, right? And we're going to throw some more stuff on here in a minute. All right. I just want to make sure I've got a little bit everywhere though. Okay. I think we're ready for the next step. So I have to tell you, I get really excited about some of the littlest things, but I figured out, so I bought a bunch of these just little squirt bottles, Dollar Tree special. These ones, same thing. This is from, actually we have a little Japanese dollar store that I like to check out every now and then. But the fun thing I noticed was these little sprayers fit the Aqua Pigments. So, like I said, you may or may not have the Japanese dollar store that I have here, but you probably have Dollar Tree. And so that's kind of a fun thing. And I'm not positive, I should have checked before I started, but Brutus Monroe may even have spray bottles if you want to transfer the whole thing over. But I like to keep my Aqua Pigment in its own bottle. But this is just kind of a fun thing you can do.
Kathy said she missed us on the 4th.
Every so often. Oh, Kathy, I got so homesick on the 4th. I missed you too. Okay, so we're just going to hopefully not spray the entire disc, but we're just making our own little spritz. And I'm just going to put a little bit more on there. And it's okay if it bleeds a little bit. Like I said, this is not an exact art at all, which is part of why it's so fun. So you can see we've got some fun color going on there. And I want to add just a little bit more. And I don't recommend that you do what I'm about to do. So look away for a minute. Well, oh dear, I just pulled the tube right out of the sprayer. Thankfully, that drip didn't drip on my project. Okay, so we'll just replace our lid. And then I wanted a little bit more of a rusty fill. So we'll just add a little bit more. This is Marigold. This is from the Metallic Aqua Pigment set that has a whole bunch of florals. Really pretty. And I'm going to want to go real light with this. But I just want a little hint of some rust. I can just spray that out. Okay, so I've got the other spray out. And maybe one more hit. And again, we're going to just blot that. Kind of want that one to soak in a little bit more. Give it just a second. There you go. It just gives a little bit more variance. You can use whatever colors you want, but if you're going for a steampunk kind of metallic look, you're going to want to stick with more of your metals. But there are a bunch of metallic Aqua Pigments in beautiful colors, and I will use some of those for the next part of this. So we're just going to let that dry a little bit. I do have I have this in my collection. Deco Art makes it. It's a media spray, and you could probably use something else. Just acrylic paint would probably work too, but I just like a little bit of, you know me, I like to what's the word, flick a little bit of stuff on mine. Pretty sure I'll be cleaning up all kinds of little splotches after this. Most of them are going on my stencil because this is live, right? Can't go where I want it to go. All right, I think we got, let me see. Let's just take a peek. I want a little bit more on there. Maybe we'll just, you know what? We'll just go about it a little bit different way. We'll be a little bit more aggressive. Like I said, I think you could just do this with whatever, with paint or whatever. we'll use this guy. I think we got a little bit more on there now. We want it to look really like it's got some age to it. Okay, so I think we'll do maybe one more little spray. I think I still have some spray in here actually.
Gina joined.
Hi, Gina.
Amanda says hello.
Hi, Amanda. Okay. So I kind of splotched up the paint anyway, but I think it just needed a little more grunge to it. All right. So when I did this earlier, I think I had watered it down a little bit more. I'll show you the one that I have. I like it a little bit better because I definitely have a little bit more bleed. I probably have a little bit more water on my brush. So let's see, I think I've got a little water in here. We'll just, oh, there we go. Let's see if I've got a brush handy. Maybe we'll just flick some of this and just let it kind of bleed into the others. They're all going to be different. That's the thing. Creating the same thing twice when you're doing something like this is pretty much impossible. So you just kind of go with what is. That's part of the fun though, isn't it?
Amanda says that's a fun stencil.
I love this stencil. I think it's a lot of fun too. All right, well, you know what? We're gonna do this because I'm just not feeling it. Did you ever have that? Like I said, this is live, so of course I'm gonna feel that way. It's gonna be when you make something that you either don't need to give to anybody or you're just messing around, things work out great. Let's see, we'll just kind of add a little bit more. Kind of need it to dry a little bit though. But let's try a little more of this. I think I used a darker color. Maybe that's what it is. Well, regardless, just mess with it. You'll find a way that you like it. I think we'll add a little bit more interest. I'm kind of afraid to put anything on it because it is kind of wet still, and I don't want to just spread the black everywhere, if that makes sense. We'll just kind of...
says that's a great stencil for the manly cards.
Yes, I agree. I know, it's always a little trickier to find those masculine products, huh? But I think that Brutus Monroe has a lot to choose from as far as that goes, which is kind of nice. We're just going to add some grunge a little bit because it's just not grungy enough for me. We're getting there though. So this one, it's pretty much its own animal. It doesn't look really a lot like the other one. But I do like this color going on there a little bit deeper. Okay. So you can see, totally, they're similar, but they're got their own thing going on. We're going to use this one because it's dry and ready to go. And I kind of like it better, to be honest with you. So we are going to set these aside. Otherwise, I will probably knock them over or wear them, either one. So I've got this, it's the last sheet. I had a whole bunch of it years ago, and I don't even know where I got it, but really pretty, kind of a pearly paper, but it's my last piece, but I like the look of it with this. So we're going to use that. We're going to use it on black cardstock, And we'll just start with that. Let's just get that part done. So when you put a lot of product on your cardstock, a lot of times it gets warpy. I usually will take 2 big stamp blocks and I'll put a paper towel on either side and dry it between them. But because I was still messing with this, I was impatient about letting it dry, and so it dried a little warpier than even usual.
Amanda said some days things don't turn out for her either.
You know,
It
that's...
looks nothing like she's trying to take.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I know people sometimes think because I put my stuff out there more than a lot of people do, you know? Not everybody is comfortable sharing their stuff. And so, you know, people think that my stuff is, I just put up everything I make. And thank goodness I don't, because I have plenty of things that fill up my trash can. Some days you just have a creative slump, and some days, like you said, Amanda, I can't tell you how many times I've had this brilliant idea, and when I went to execute it, it just flopped. But then sometimes, you know, you go through your first flop and you go, oh, okay, so I need to do this. And then you just make it again, and then you get what you were hoping for. So the key is to play. That is my message of the day today, is to play with your stuff. Enjoy the process. Don't stress yourself out. This is meant to be something you enjoy. And right now, you know what? A lot of us are stuck at home. What a great hobby to be able to do from home. And trust me, you have many friends who are happy to share this hobby with you. It is a fun community. Some of my greatest friendships have been built through this hobby. All right, so this paper is not a cardstock exactly. It's thinner than that. It's almost vellum-y. I don't know what you call it. If somebody knows, you can put it in the comments. Educate me. So we're going to put some more tape on the back so that it'll go down on the cardstock nice and flat. So I have been seeing a lot of Christmas stuff going on, and I'm just not ready. I understand, and I am really, I admire the people who get their stuff done this far in advance, but I'm just not quite there yet. Give me till September. At least the end of August.
Gina says hello.
Gina, how you doing? Let's get our card base ready to go. And I usually am a little more organized than this, but you know, we're just gonna go with it today, and we're gonna just do what we can. All right. I had a feeling, because I couldn't find my crease tool, embarrassingly enough, I had a feeling I would not fold it straight. Well, we're gonna use it anyway. So don't look too close if that will bother you. I'm trying to not look too close because it does bother me. All right, so the rest of this is pretty much going to be on the fly because I wanted to put it together with you. So let's hope that it works. Okay. So I did color, this set is a steampunk set from Brutus Monroe. What is it called? It is called Steampunk. Imagine that. I haven't put my stamp back yet, but that is the stamp that I used. And this is not my normal style, but I think it's fun. I enjoy it, and I enjoy when other people make it, but I hadn't really delved into it. I think I made one other card ever because I was making one for a catalog. But I wouldn't otherwise probably have ventured into it. So I thought, well, let's Let's make that today. I am missing a piece.
Kara says steampunk is one of her favorites.
It's really cool. There's so many artistic things you can do with it. I just haven't ventured there that much. Where on earth is my little piece of paper? And it's going to be pretty hard to make it if I don't find it. So give me just a second. I had them all stacked together. Well, it's pretty hard to make a shaker if you don't have the top of your card. Bear with me. How embarrassing.
She said she loves this set.
Isn't that a cool set? Let me put it where you can see it while I'm obnoxiously looking for that piece. Oh dear. I have everything else right here. But I moved a bunch of stuff. And apparently that was with it. If you saw the rest of my table right now, you would probably be appalled. It's crazy right now.
Kara said, did you know there are craft gnomes that hide our supplies?
You know, Kara, I am starting to wonder. I like the idea of being able to blame it on the craft gnomes, that's for sure. Because heaven knows it wouldn't be me. Oh my goodness. Oh, I found it. Yay!
On the floor.
It had fallen on the floor. Okay. Well, let's move on. Sorry about that. That was truly embarrassing. Okay, I want to make sure. Sometimes when I cut things out on the Cricut, I think that they'll fit no matter what because they just seem like they should. But then when I go to do it, they don't. So I wanted to make sure I have all the right sides. So I'm just, on this, I'm just going to use, I think I'll just use glue dots for this.
Kathy says it's in that safe spot that you can never find again.
Oh my goodness, I have way too many of those. Way too many. I decided it's time to move again so that I can like clean everything out and get rid of half my stuff again. All right. Almost got it. Thank you so much for your patience. My goodness. All right, so we are going to just stick our little clear piece on. And then really fun, Brutus Monroe has the most fun shaker filler that honestly, I think it's what got my attention for wanting to do something steampunk in the first place because they were so cute. These are who did?
Brad.
Hi, Brad. All right. Oh, I have crafter hands, that's for sure. Look at all these fun little pieces. This one's my favorite. Can you see that little tiny key? So there's all these just fun steampunky themed pieces that we are going to put in our shaker. And so we are going to just get our shaker ready to go. And I will do it as quickly as I can. Usually I like to have some of it ready to go because it is a little bit of a pain, but bear with me. If you've been born with me this long, this shouldn't be too bad. So we will just stick some of these. We want to put them on there so that the shakers can move around the little pieces, but not go through. Because we don't want to lose them, right? Has anybody wanted to make a shaker card and hasn't tried it yet? That was one thing that I made cards for years before I ever tried out a shaker card because it kind of intimidated me. But now I just think they're so much fun. And that's just, again, that is probably why I feel so passionate about telling you, just play. It's just paper. It's just, you know, I understand you want to be kind of careful because if you're on a budget, I know I am, then you don't want to lose everything, but most of the time it's a tiny fraction of a cost. Definitely worth the experience of just playing. That's worth something all by itself. And that's how you come across cool techniques and fun things to do. Let's see, we'll just kind of stick these in between. This is not the most tight way you can do this, but this is how I'm doing it today. So hopefully it is tight enough, right? And we are getting there. Again, sorry guys. So I love to know, maybe I'm weird, but I love to know what other people are making for dinner because I just ran out of ideas. What are you guys making for dinner? Any responses to that?
No comments yet.
Nobody else knows what they're making for dinner either? No. Alright, let's see. Let's try this guy out.
Kara said she baked ziti and garlic bread.
Oh, I'm coming to your house, Kara. That sounds good. Okay, now we're ready to put some of our little filler in there. Yeah, I had to turn off the air conditioner so I could do this. So now we're sweating. So if, my mat starts getting wet, you'll know why.
Roy said she made unstuffed peppers.
Yum!
And Kathy says depends where Brad's taking her.
Kathy, I like your style. Make him take you somewhere good. Just stay safe.
Amanda's like us. She has no clue what's for dinner.
Believe it or not, we all really like tuna casserole. That's one of my go-tos when I don't know what to make, because most of the time there's not really anything in that you have to take out and thaw or anything. So that's one go-to. We also like breakfast for dinner a lot around here. Last night we were very gourmet and had one of those lasagnas, those frozen lasagnas.
Gina spent the last 3 hours baking heart healthy rhubarb and strawberry treats with coal.
Wow. You have put me to shame for sure. Hey, my family's lucky they're not having cereal, Darren's actually a better cook than I am. I like to bake and Darren likes to cook. Okay, so we will go ahead and hopefully I can line this up. What's not? Yep, people either love it or hate it. There's not a lot of in between on that one. Look how fun! Alright, so we're going to use this guy. I love those little pieces. And we are going to just arrange some of these little guys on there. And I actually usually put a sentiment. I'll probably add one right there. I didn't make one ahead of time. I told you it was kind of a crazy morning, but we still made it. We're still here. I was going to do something a little less, what's the word I'm looking for? Ambitious? But I really wanted to use this set. I think it's so much fun. So I'm going to put this over to the side a little bit so that we have some room over here to put a sentiment. I think we'll just put this guy about right there. Let's see. We'll use some foam on him.
Bendis, she likes tuna casserole, but not cream of mushrooms.
Ah, so yeah, cream of chicken is your friend, huh? I am a big salad eater. I love salads, but Darren, not so much. So I could probably eat salad like every night. A different salad. But not so much. Darren would not be very happy with me if I did that.
Yeah, just say no.
He'd just say no. What does that mean?
I wouldn't eat the salad.
Oh, well, that makes more sense. I was going to say, if you say no, you know exactly what I would do. All right, so I think we need our sentiment over here. Let me see. I had one over here I thought would work good. I might have moved it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I actually am kind of changing my mind. I want something, I think I want just one on a little banner. So I do want to tell you how I colored this. I used the Aqua Pigments. I put it on my Misty and I colored with, I used Marigold. I used Iris. I used Delphinium. And I had some little metallic markers. These are the ones I used just to do the really fine details. And then I actually left it on the Misty so that after I colored all of those, because the metallic kind of covers up the outlines, the black. And I wanted to make sure that the image stayed fairly sharp. So I went ahead and stamped it again after I had done all that, just to keep the image nice and crisp. Let me grab one quick thing. Don't go anywhere. I just changed my mind. I'm a woman. What?
What are you doing?
I'm grabbing something. Darren's wondering why I'm out over here. Freaked him out a little.
Says she can handle just a salad, but she's alone on that one.
Yeah, I love salad. What is your favorite salad? We have a place here in Arizona called Salad and Go. And oh my goodness, I love that place. Okay, I like this one. Let's see if I can find a spare piece of paper. Ah, I found even a strip of paper. Even better. Okay. So let's see. Let's do, how about I Love You? Or, you know, there's Happy Birthday, Happy Anniversary. This set is one of my favorite sets. I love the floral, but I use these so often. It's funny. I think I use them more than the floral, but I do absolutely love that floral. This is called...
Karen likes taco salad.
Ooh, taco salad is so good. Botanical Banners. That sounds good. Yum. Maybe we'll do Thinking of You. Either one. Let me see which one looks better on there. I kind of like the Thinking of You, just because I think we all have somebody on our mind that we can't necessarily go see right now. And it's just nice to let them know that they're on our minds, even if we can't see them right away. Putting it on my stamp block backwards. That was kind of crazy. Let's see. All right. So I think we're just going to stamp that in black. I like black for sentiments. I guess that's kind of boring of me, but I like the sentiment to stand out. All right, let's see how we do. And I don't know if I've used Thinking of You from this set, so it may need to be seasoned. Yeah, let's try that again. Let me wipe it off a little bit. So if you haven't used acrylic stamps much, or poly, I don't know what these are. They are, let me tell you, if it says on my stamp. They might be photopolymer, I think is what it's called. I don't honestly know the difference, to be honest with you.
Says, hi, Shan.
Hi, Kathy. How are you? I think these ones are photopolymer, which I think is supposed to be better. Like, they don't yellow and stuff as much.
Kara says photopolymer.
Thank you. So yeah, that's the difference, I think. Is they don't get brittle or... I'm having a hard time getting this image just right. Like I said, it's because I'm live. So we'll try again. I might just be putting too much ink on there. I apologize. I'm just having one of those kinds of days. So hopefully that's entertaining to you because, you know, if you're going to be here, you may as well get a good show. Let's see. We'll do I Love You because right now I don't love that stamp. I do love it. I just need to work with it better.
Kara says photopolymer is better quality and acrylics, they stretch over time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that they stretched. I knew that they kind of turned yellow and icky.
She doesn't use acrylics anymore.
I don't know how often they make acrylics anymore. I've been stamping a while. I guess that's why I would even think of acrylic. But, yeah, these are, I love these. And I used to be really, I mean, I loved my red rubber. But I really don't mind these at all. I think these are really good ones. They do a good job most of the time. That was an operator error, I'm sure. So I'm liking this one. We're going to go for this one. You know what? I figured out what is going on. I have not had my Diet Coke today. I'm trying to give it up. So right now I'm like, okay, when do I want my Coke? I try to save it because I just don't want to have it too early. But I can't have it too late either, right? Not if I want to sleep. But yep, that's what it is. Okay. So fun thing, you can just kind of curve it if you want. If you do, I would suggest, there it is, using your bone folder. It just makes it not bend in an icky way, makes it bend nicer. So we could put it like, yeah, I like that. What do you guys think? So let's just attach that little guy.
Karen says she gave up soda in July 1st. It hasn't been easy.
Good job. I figure if I can at least, I got to the point where I was drinking 3 a day and I'm like, okay, not only is it, you know, it gets expensive, but also I'm just like, I don't think that's good. I really shouldn't have soda at all, but you know.
Karen says very cute card.
Who said that?
Karen.
Aw, thanks, Karen. Well, it's been fun to create it on the fly. I usually don't do that because that scares me because the things that happen today pretty much are the things that usually happen when I create on the fly. But it was good for me. It was good to stretch a little bit and it was a lot of fun. I'm trying to decide if I want one more flower over here. One thing that's fun too, the thing with the steampunk is this is a pretty mild steampunk. You can get really heavy duty on the hardware when you do steampunk. This one's got a lighter feel to it than a lot of them. But that's, like I said, that's why it's so fun, is you can just mess with it and try all kinds of mediums and all kinds of fun stuff. Embossing powders and all kinds of things. I think it needs one right there. I think I'm going to stick that guy on there and I think we'll call it done at that point. I went a little longer than I usually do. So if you're still here, thanks for sticking around. I did also want to say one other thing, and that is that I so appreciate all of you that have supported me through watching my little lives, and some of you have even made the purchases on Burtis Monroe through the affiliate links, and I appreciate that so much. But I want you to know that I don't always know, because there's nothing that tells me who's purchasing. So I just don't want you to feel like I don't appreciate it, because I do. I just don't know. So if you do make a purchase, feel free to tell me so that I can thank you.
Karen said she enjoyed watching you, and Elizabeth says love it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. This was a lot of fun. I had fun playing with this. And I appreciate your patience and your kindness. And I just love you. And I will see you again. I'll just close this up, and I'll see you again on Wednesday next week. Thanks. Have a good afternoon.